Machiavelli Mills TV here, y'all. I really admire the relationship Master P has with his son, Romeo. Formerly known as Lil Romeo, y'all remember when he was the child rap star, and Master P was the adult, the father rap star in his own right. You know, Master P sold a ton of records, and he was going platinum, selling all type of, like, No Limit was on top. And to see him create an empire where he has made a music empire, a movie empire, a clothing empire, where he can pass off to his family and to his children in particular. Pass it off to his son and his other sons and his daughters for them to run. That's dope to me, man. Master P has put Romeo into position to be his own boss and his other brothers and sisters to be their own boss. And I salute that, for real, for real. I always talk about how, you know, the black community, we're not really taught how to create generational wealth. We rarely see it, even within, you know, well, of course, within the neighborhoods that we grow up, because a lot of us aren't rich or we aren't affluent. So when we have people that are affluent and I see them passing down the riches to their children, but not only passing it down, teaching their children how to sustain the wealth and grow the wealth exponentially, I always admire that, man. I see him teaching Romeo the ropes. I'm talking about Master P. I see Master P teaching Romeo the ropes and how to do this movie thing, this film thing, how to create business and keep the business afloat. I think it's dope, man. Romeo his own boss in his own right. I remember when he was making a movie, Master P was talking about a movie he was making and how Romeo put up most of the money for the budget on his own. Like, Romeo used his bread that he got from rapping and other endeavors to put the money up for his pops to even make the movie. Like, I thought that was real. I admired that. Like, man, my son put this up for me. My son made this play for me. My son put up this money for me to make this movie. I didn't even have to do that. My son making his own revenue where he can put up the money because he his own boss, and I didn't taught him how to be a businessman and keep doing this thing. I always thought it was weird how people was trying to downplay Romeo. For him and Master P was the first people I saw that did the rap snacks thing. Romeo had his snacks, Master P had his own snacks. I thought that was brilliant. I remember being a kid in the hood and seeing the rap snacks in the store with Romeo on the cover of it and Master P on the cover, and like, I gotta have those chips. That's different. I never seen a rapper have their face on a chip brand. I thought that was dope. And also I seen Master P and them do some things. I was like, wow, like they had Master P had his own AAU team with DeMar DeRozan, star of the Toronto Raptors on the team. Like, he had his own AAU team. I thought that was real. AAU basketball team. Like, P was doing a lot of stuff I'd never seen nobody do before. From the clothing line to the shoes to all different type of all that. I'm like, man, he's really teaching Romeo the game and how to keep doing his thing. People was clowning Romeo for the rap snacks, for the ICDC college stuff. And I never understood that. Like, you don't want him to promote education to kids that maybe thought they didn't have an avenue in education. They didn't think they belonged in school. And he's marketing this community college to these kids. I think ICDC college is a community college. He's marketing the community college to these kids for them to get on the right path to education and get the degrees that they need to be successful in life. You know, he's making these commercials and people talking about him and clowning him like, oh, Romeo, the ICDC college guy, laughing and joking with him. But I bet if he was out there marketing Louis or Gucci, or he was out there marketing some type of Lamborghini, or he out here marketing some type of Benz or whatever, or any other type of high fashion clothing brand, everybody would be saluting him and saying how real he was and saying how much of a boss he is because he's wearing other people's clothing line. But because he's wearing his father's clothing line, his father's shoes, he's marketing community college to kids or other adults to get on the right path to education. Y'all clowning them out because it's a community college or whatever. I thought that was so lame for people to clown Romeo out, man. P raised that boy right. Him and his wife, you know, even though I know he got Master P got issues with his wife or ex-wife. I don't know if they're officially divorced yet. They raised that boy well, man. And I admire the relationship that they have, and I admire the fact that Master P is teaching Romeo the ropes. I don't agree with everything that Master P does. I don't agree with everything that Master P says. In particular, I didn't like how he handled the Kodak Black situation. I'm not the biggest fan of Kodak Black at all, but I didn't like how Master P went about handling that situation. And I made a video about it on this channel. But you know what? Just because I don't like some of the things that you do, I'm not going to say I don't like everything that you do. As long as it's not some coon stuff that undermine our people, some coon clown behavior that undermine our people and what our people are fighting for, I'm all with you, brother. I'm all with you. As long as it's nothing like that, I'm all with you. And P ain't never appeared to be no coon or no guy that's trying to hurt the cause of our people in any type of way. So I'm never gonna clown him. I'm never gonna not give him his props when his props is due, even when I don't like other things that he does. But Master P, man, he rearing his children right, making them into bosses, and he's passing down the wealth to his children, and then that wealth will go to his grandchildren, to his great-great-grandchildren, and nieces and nephews, and keep it within his family, man. And I admire that. I really do. I really do, man. I see Romeo really respects his father. I admire Romeo being secure in himself. No matter what people making jokes about the ICDC college thing, people making jokes about the rap snacks, even though Migos jumped on brand and they did the rap snacks thing, and everybody was all on board for Migos doing it because their music was hot at the time. Boosie, he got on the rap snacks train and jumped on it too. So, Master P and them was the first people I saw that do that, and they got flack for that. And I thought it was a dope idea. For me to be a kid in the hood of Chicago, seeing a rapper on a chip brand, I thought that was dope. I'm like, wow, I really want to get these chips because Romeo was on the cover, and I was a Romeo fan when I was a kid. Master P, my uncles and them used to listen to Master P all the time. And I'm like, man, I didn't really take it in. Like, man, these dudes are making power moves. Romeo, Master P making I got the hookup movies and the Hot Boys movie and all that with Silk the Shocker. I thought that was dope. I really did, man. May have not always been the best acting, but it was funny, it was comical, and it was something different that Master P was doing. So salute to P. Salute to the relationship that he has with Romeo. Salute to Romeo for staying on top of his business to where P can ask his son, not even ask. Because P didn't ask his son for that. Romeo, you got a son that can put up millions for you to make a movie. You don't even have to touch your millions. Your son got it. Or your daughter got it. Symphonique. She got it. Or, whatever, man. P got his kids well taken care of. And I'm sure that he's not only just passing the wealth down, he's teaching them how to grow the wealth and teaching them to be their own boss where they don't have to work for nobody. Nobody. And that's the ultimate goal. To create a lifestyle for your children where they can work for themselves and get their own money and don't have to work for nobody else. They can be their own boss and learn how to run a business successfully, especially doing it as a black man. That's real. A black man doing it, that's real. A black woman doing it, that's real, because we don't often see too many of black people becoming billionaires, multi-millionaires all the time, like from our neighborhoods, from the trenches, from the inner city. We see it with entertainers. We do. We have a lot of them just doing their thing. Bob Johnson and so many other people. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because it does. We have a lot of black people that have grown to be successful. But from my neighborhood, seeing it from my view, it's dope to see it continue growing, because we got to teach that generational wealth to our people, to black people, so they can continue passing it down to their children, and their children can teach other people, other families how to do it, so we can rise out of this poverty situation that a lot of our people be in, man. Shout out to P and Romeo. Peace.